Hey YouTube, what's up? We're going to be doing a quick collection update video here. And this is Minnesota Knife Guy. So we'll just start with some of the newest knives I acquired here. We got a Rick Hinder MX-18. I was actually really skeptical about this at first. Didn't have the smoothest flipping action, kind of was scared about it. But put some oil in it, and it actually does great now. And it's a very different flipper than a lot of the other ones, such as ZT and such, just because of its light detent. So it's very picky, and Dr. Frunky here on YouTube too says it very well about the Hinder, saying you really have to think about it every time that you flip it out, which is a very neat aspect of it. But amazing ergonomics. I love the blue hardware with the black G10 scale. Some really beefy stuff here. We got really thick titanium slabs as well as a very thick S35 VN blade. But yeah, definitely a really cool blade. Spanto grind. Really loving it here. Awesome jimping there. Nice forward finger choil that you can get your whole finger in. But yeah, just a lot of detail here. Looks really nice. Been getting a lot of pocket time here. So definitely a great blade. Moving on. We have a Strider SNG. This is with Strider's new steel, CTS 40 CP, as you can see there. Really nice carry blade. Really like the ergonomics on it. Fits my hand really well. All grips are really good. Came with an awesome edge. Absolutely fantastic. Really smooth action. But definitely a great carry blade. Very similar to the Hinder in a lot of different ways, with the ergonomics and such and the forward finger choil. And yeah, absolutely love my Strider here. Next blade, gonna go to this one. This is the Giant Mouse Knives #1. Absolutely loving this thing. Great steel with a Bowler N690. Great flipping action, great detent on bearings. Very easily Spidey flick it, as you can see here. Absolutely shoots out, fire fast. Love the blue accents with this. Great designers here. So definitely some attention to detail. Titanium frame locks, so the past couple have been titanium as well. Titanium frame locks. Once again, that forward finger choil, I'm really starting to enjoy that on knives. But very smooth action. Definitely a harder detent than the Hinder, but still softer than a lot of the ZTs. So this has been getting a ton of pocket time as well since I got it. So moving on, we got the Spyderco Gale Bradley 2. And this is a great knife because it's very affordable for a lot of people at only $140-ish. But yet it has CPM M4. And it has a awesome grind. Where is that? There it is. Has CPM M4. Has an awesome hollow grind, so this thing is insanely sharp. Spidey flicks very well. Good detent with it, and yet surprisingly smooth. We got some carbon fiber G10 laminate scales. Make this knife pretty well with a standard Spyderco pocket clip. But overall, this is a good knife that you can just beat up on. Fairly thin stock there as well. But definitely a great blade for EDC tasks, and it's a good length for me at about 3.6-ish inches long, cutting edge. So definitely a great little blade. Moving on again, Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight. This is a KnifeWorks exclusive in CTX XHP. Very interesting steel, one of my favorites. But some great ergonomics on this guy. Once again, that forward finger choil that we've seen a lot. Not as smooth as the Benchmades with the ball lock, but very interesting. All plastic, so it's like super light. No liners in there. But definitely a very nice carry blade. Does well with the wire clip there. But yeah, definitely a great little blade for only $90, which is pretty surprising at the steel and everything. Next, Benchmade 943. Nice little carry blade. I'm actually going to be trading this guy and a couple of others to get up to a custom knife which will be my very first. Very excited about that. But yeah, very smooth. I mean, there's a ton of reviews here on YouTube about the Benchmade 940. Definitely watch all of those because it's a great knife. And I might even do one myself on the 943 here. But definitely a great blade. Just not quite what I'm looking for nowadays. Benchmade Griptilian with the Applied Weapons Technology scales. Definitely makes it a lot more ergonomic. Definitely a lot better in the hand compared to the plastic, and it just feels not nearly as cheap as it is. And definitely a great little carry blade. Got it rocking the blue with the kind of raw aluminum look. Definitely a great little blade. Moving on, we got the ZT-0450, designed by Dmitry Sinkovich. Super smooth flipper on titanium. Last two here, the Benchmades, were all aluminum, but S35VN, super smooth. As you can see here on bearings, absolutely amazing with this. Some very nice accents, but this is one of my smaller EDC blades for the most part, but definitely one of my favorites to play with just because of its small size, but yet super smooth and fast action. So definitely a great blade if you're looking to pick it up. Only like $160 too. So definitely very reasonable. Another ZT, the 0801. Yeah, designed by Todd Rexford. This one is in LMAX in titanium. Running on bearings once again. Very smooth, good detent. A little bit harder flipper than definitely the Giant Mouse and the Hinderer here. But definitely very smooth. Very nice design, very ergonomic with its fairly wide and scales here. So definitely cool blade, cool blade. Jumping over here, we got an Emerson Mini CQC 15. Definitely a very nice blade when you want something a little bit more tactical. Yet you don't want one of those 4-inch Emersons, so that's why it's the Mini. 3.5, it's a V-grind, but a very chiseled edge here. If it'll focus, we do have a chiseled edge, which actually makes it a pretty good cutter and fairly easy to maintain. G10 handles, gives you plenty to grip onto. I like that, the thumb ramp that it does with the wave feature, but very smooth, light detent. Great EDC blade as well. That's why it's getting so much pocket time here. And lastly, of one of my main EDC blades is the Lucas Burnley Boker collaboration and Blade HQ exclusive Tuxedo Quaken. So this is VG10, not a bad steel at all. Titanium bolsters with carbon fiber front scales and titanium liner lock. Definitely a very cool blade, very slender. Definitely a great blade for EDC just because of its design and it being so slim in the pocket, and it's incredibly smooth. Very light detent, so yeah, that can happen to you where you try to push button it and it doesn't quite work. But it's a lot like the Hinderer where you kind of got to think about it sometimes, but super smooth flipper. So yeah, these have been my kind of top knives for EDC within the year of 2016. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, YouTube.